rumors of war going on right now, it's good for people to know what Biden signed. So President Biden signed an executive order enabling all qualified Americans to serve their country in uniform.
All right, I'm not going to stitch that guy because there's really no point in doing it, but I did want to get this video looped in somewhere so I could point out a couple things. So this content creator is the type of person that is doing one of two things, which is either he knows better and he's posting ignorant content to get views and just being that way, or he's ignorant himself and thinks he's a patriot and wants to push his views to other patriots to scare them. So I pulled up from whitehouse.gov what he's talking about. It's not new. It's from 2021, January 25th, 2021. There's a fact sheet on whitehouse.gov. The link is too long to share here, but you can find it. It's fact sheet. President Biden signs executive order enabling all qualified Americans to serve their country in uniform. Okay, you can go look it up. It's not extremely long. It briefly describes what's going on. And so basically all it does is allow people who might be in the LGBTQ community to serve. It enables them to in uniform without discrimination. I'm just going over the bolded points here because I don't have time in here to read the whole thing, but it says directs the Secretary of Defense and Secretary of Homeland Security to implement the order that he's put forth. And then immediately prohibits involuntary separations, discharges, and denials of reenlistment or continuation of service on the basis of gender identity under circumstances relating to gender identity. Further, requires an initial report from the Secretary of Defense and Secretary of Homeland Security to be made to the President within 60 days on their progress in implementing the directives and policy included in today's executive order. It has nothing to do with the draft. It has nothing to do with sending Americans over to the war. It has nothing to do with drafting the entire country to go fight. It's basically saying if you're able-bodied, you should be able to serve if you want to in uniform. That being gay, being transgender, any of those things does not bar you from being able to serve. But this guy has decided to use it as a point to scare patriots into thinking they might have to go to the Israeli war. This is the reason why it is. Right here is proof of why it is the content on social media platforms is not being moderated in an efficient or good capacity at all. If you use words that start with P, T, and various other things, you'll get your video pulled or you'll get your account banned. But you can go make false statements like this gentleman has and has before in his videos, and not anything is done. There's no mechanism to report that false information, and of platforms that have it, it's not followed. His videos should be being removed. TikTok should be doing something about that. They are not. If nobody else has seen this or is aware of it and can do anything about it, they should be trying to do something about it. But this isn't just a TikTok issue. This is every social media platform not doing what they should be doing. This is why we need independent moderation for sites that's enforced in a governmental capacity, that forces the checking of facts. And I know there's detractors that are going to be like, well, if you let the government do it, they're just going to silence everybody. Well, no, because I'm a firm believer at this point that spreading misinformation is not free speech. What you were doing is horrible and should not be allowed anywhere. And the problem is this guy's got followers. There are ignorant people who are going to follow him and not know any better. He's going to scare people into doing things that are bad. And we see examples of that reported all the time, of where people thought they knew the truth, did not, and they end up harming someone thinking they know that truth when that's not accurate at all. So something needs to be done. The moderation on platforms needs to stop being automatic, and somebody needs to be reviewing the reports. And as I've stated in videos before, the only reason moderation isn't better, the only reason it's not better, is because it's financially an issue. They don't want to spend the money. Now, yes, I'm aware that TikTok has a third-party moderation team. That is not good enough, and there is plenty of evidence showing that they are slanted. In fact, I'm willing to bet this video is going to get suppressed to some degree, as have my other videos on different topics that are not what they want. There is definitely a culture here that can be seen within the moderation. The videos that don't fit the beliefs of the moderation team, they get basically demoted within the system. They don't get viewed. So if you see this, please share it as much as you can to get attention to things. If you see that person's video, please make people aware that what he's spouting is not true. Again, the link is too long for me to share, but it is on whitehouse.gov. It has the heading, I'll say it one more time here, fact sheet. President Biden signs executive order enabling all qualified Americans to serve their country in uniform. You can Google that and find the whitehouse.gov briefing-room section. It will bring you to that. And again, the date for this is January 25th, 2021.